Let me just ask both of you the same question. And Tom, I'll just start with you. Is the administration taking this seriously enough?
I think so, because it's a serious threat. As the congressman said, I think we are in an entirely new and complicated phase in the effort against terrorism. Multiple vectors. ISIS, as you were discussing with the congressman, is a large organization. It controls a large swath of territory. There may be 20,000 foreign fighters there. There may be several thousand who hold Western passports, and that presents an ongoing threat to the United States. ISIS presents a threat to our important allies and partners in the region, in Iraq and in Jordan and Lebanon and elsewhere.
Well,
so it is a very serious threat.
I ask you this question because in the midst of all of this, Friday, the President's National Security Advisor, Susan Rice, said this.
Too often, what's missing here in Washington is a sense of perspective. Yes, there is a lot going on. Still, while the dangers we face may be more numerous and varied, they are not of the existential nature we confronted during World War II or during the Cold War. We cannot afford to be buffeted by alarmism and a nearly instantaneous news cycle.
So Tom, explain that to me.
Well, a couple of things. Number one, it is important to have perspective, and it is important for decision makers, while you're dealing with the crisis of the moment, to keep your eye on the long haul and the strategic challenges and opportunities that the country has. That said, as we sit here today, as I said, we have a serious new set of developments in the terror area. By the way, it's not just ISIS. It's ISIS in Iraq, and Michael can comment on this with more depth than I can. It's ISIS in Iraq and Syria, but it's in Yemen with AQAP, the group that inspired the attacks in Paris, and we have a collapsing situation in Yemen. We have other al-Qaeda groups in Syria and in North Africa, and we have this social media dynamic that is radicalizing individuals around the world and individuals in small groups, and we have a first-class crisis in Europe right now.
Yeah.